Dad, I'm heading out now.
Oh, hey, Piper. You're already heading out of the house now? I feel like it's a bit early for that.
Well, I'm already at the bus stop, actually, and we'll be taking that over to the party.
Wait, so that means you've already made it about a mile away from here?
Come on now, Dad. Don't tell me that you forgot what time the party is supposed to be at today.
What? I thought there was still a few hours until then. Oh, right. The party is going to be happening really soon here. You've been really looking forward to David's going away party, haven't ya?
I sure have been, considering he's my favorite manager and all. And thankfully, he chose to have his party on a Saturday like today, so that the rest of us could come make it out to see him and not have to work during the party. And considering he's been like family and everything to me and did so much for me while we were both working in the company, I have to be there to tell him how much I appreciated all of that.
I'm sure you do.
Is there anything you'd like me to say to David for you tonight? I'm sure he'd love to hear what you'd have to say.
Let me think about that. Well, I'll be seeing him before he takes off myself, so when the time comes, I'll let him know what I have to say, instead of making my own daughter do that for me. I guess I'd like to tell him how happy I am to hear that he took such great care of you.
I knew you'd say that. Well, I won't tell him too much from you tonight, besides that you say hi.
All right, thank you. And I'll talk with him some more later on, maybe when he starts to get himself accustomed to my side of the corporate world.
All right, well, I'm getting on the bus now, Dad.
Have a good night, and get home safe later tonight, please.
Piper? Where are you at right now? Oh, hey, Kylie. I'm just getting on the bus right now to head out to the party. Did you need me to grab anything on my way there? You're getting on the bus to come out to the party? Why? Because I was told that the place that Dad would be having his going away party at would be the bar on the other side of town. And since it's going to be starting soon, I need to get heading over there right about now. Well, that's too bad for you then. The going away party is already done with. What? I told you the wrong time and the wrong place for his party. And starting now, David and I will be heading out on a date with one another. It feels so good to be taking him away from you. Turns out I'm coming home now.
What?
I got on the bus, but then got back off of it before it took off.
What's happened to you? It's only been 5 minutes since you were last texting me, and now you're already wanting to come home? Did someone say something to you?
The time and place of that party were both lies.
They were lies?
Seems the party's already done with now.
Huh?
I gave the bar a call about it too to make sure I wasn't being pranked, and the staff on the other end of the line told me that there were no reserved parties there today. So I was indeed lied to.
I'm having a bit of a hard time understanding why you were lied to, though. What's going on there?
Well, listen. The one in charge of the party happens to be the daughter of the CEO, right?
You're talking about Kylie, right?
That's her. Well, it sounds like Kylie has been in love with David for a while now. She would always talk with me about him during our breaks and such, and for some reason she's come to think of me as a rival of hers when it comes to loving David.
Don't tell me. Was this an act of her picking on you over that, then?
Yeah, I think so. She went ahead and used the going away party as a chance to try to hurt me.
She got such a bad idea of you for no reason at all that she's now advanced to hurting you over it? I wonder if there's anyone else around that's starting to question any of what she's done to you yet or not.
Not that I'm aware of. And from what I've been told by others about her is that she loves to use her dad's position to her own benefit. Everyone in the company knows that if they ever go against her and what she says, she'll go complain to her dad about them and have them fired.
I see. That itself seems like a really bad problem for a company to have, but right now I'm a little bit interested in something else. I wonder if David himself has ever noticed anything about her and the way she acts.
What?
Well, with you and him having been so close all the time, I'm sure he wanted you to be at his going-away party, right? So if you never ended up showing up to that party, he must be a bit concerned and wanting to know why you weren't there, you know? Unless he never was trying to be that close to you, and this was all a part of his plan as well. But why would he ever risk that with you when he has a close relationship to someone like myself as well? At a time like this where he's leaving the company, is it really worth it for him to be causing such drama between us?
That's also a good way of thinking about it. I wonder what happened with David then for him to have let this happen.
I think that Kylie may have played a major part in his reaction to you not being there as well. Would you like me to give him a call or text and see what's been going on his end?
That's a good idea. I think you would be much better at figuring this all out instead of me.
All right, give me a little bit of time to talk with him. Piper, I just got off the phone with David.
How did things go between the two of you?
Well, let's start with the going away party for him. Apparently it's still happening, and it's at the bar that you were told to go to before.
Wait, are you kidding me?
And it doesn't seem that David can be blamed for any of what happened. When I called him, the first thing he asked me was about how my daughter was doing and if there was anything he could do to help.
He was asking about how I was doing? Like I'm sick?
Well, he was told that you weren't able to make it out today because you weren't feeling too good. And then he was told by none other than Kylie not to call or text you because you'd need to go to the hospital, most likely.
What the heck?
After I told him what had really happened to you, he went and had a very loud conversation with Kylie about what the heck was going on there. And well, it sounds like the person who runs that bar is one of Kylie's close friends, so she had told her friend to tell anyone that called the bar asking about what reservations there were to say that none had been made for the night.
So she at the store lying to me as well.
After he'd asked her about that and she gave him that as an answer, I could hear a lot of sound going on in the background, and then I was no longer able to talk with David. I tried to give him another call, thinking that maybe the reception was bad there, but he never picked up the second time.
What? So something really bad must be going on over there then, right?
For the time being, you're better off staying away from that party and not getting involved in whatever it might be.
Excuse me, Piper! What the hell do you think you're doing right now? God damn it! Who the hell do you think you are, getting your dad involved in something that has literally nothing to do with him? Do you have some kind of a father complex going on? This love battle is supposed to be between you, me, and David. Kylie, what kind of a joke are you trying to speak about, calling this a love battle? I'm saying that because you're in love with David as well, right? But here's the thing. I've told you so many times before now that I'm not in love with David. I told you that he's a family friend of mine, and that's how I became so close to him. But nothing about that is because I love him. Then what the hell is it? What is it? Well, you're not able to tell what it is going on between the two of you? No, not that. I mean, he only has a week left before he leaves the company, so I guess I can go ahead and say this to someone like you. What are you talking about? David happens to be my older sister's fiancé. What? Her and David have been going out with one another since high school. You're lying. Then you and him always talking at work was because he'll be marrying my older sister soon, and that makes him like an older brother to me. And recently he and I have been talking to one another a lot because my sister's birthday is coming soon. And we've been thinking of some ideas for presents. Is there any indication of him breaking up with your sister? They both just started to pay for a new house together and have been living in that house for a little under a month now. Huh? They're both planning to hand in their marriage forms on their anniversary. So that's the only reason they haven't already gotten married yet this year. I see. Dad, are you able to talk for a second?
What's going on now? Aren't you supposed to be working again right now?
I just had one thing I wanted to talk with you about really quick before I get back to work. So don't worry about that.
Does it have to do with,
That's right. I'm sure you're going to be hearing from David himself later this afternoon or tonight about that. But Kylie, she's still not giving up on David and seems to be getting more aggressive with her actions now.
Even though she was already told that he's engaged to your sister, right?
For a little bit, she seemed really shocked by the news of that, but it seems that all the information has gone out the other ear now. She called David into the meeting room on our floor and then there gave David an earful before letting him leave. She said that if he doesn't dump my sister right now and start dating her, then she'd use her dad to make it impossible for him to find another job ever again. So she's threatening David now.
She must be forcing herself to be that arrogant. Has the CEO said anything about all of this yet?
I'm going to assume that if he doesn't do as Kylie said, she's going to have her dad call him up to the CEO's office next. And there he'll find out just what kind of hell awaits him after he leaves this company.
Dicey. Piper, how about you leave me in charge of crushing both Kylie and her father?
What?
I'd like you to get to work on handing them your 2 weeks as soon as you can for me. I know that this was always the plan down the road for those two and that company, but we need to take action now in order to keep those who don't deserve to be hurt out of this mess. All right?
I understand. I will go and have a word with David about this as well, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it. Piper, I heard that you went and handed in your 2 weeks today. That's right. And what do you care about me leaving the company now? When are you planning to leave? Well, in 2 weeks would be what most people would expect. My, oh my. You're making it look as though you've already lost me and will no longer be able to fight on anymore crying like you are right now. You're making the right choice through leaving my dad's company with your tail between your legs. Because if you were to have kept it up with your sassy attitude, I would have made sure you had hell to pay for it. Now, all I have to do now is get David to fall into my arms and everything will be perfect for me. Excuse me, Piper, what the hell is going on here? I never heard anything about all of this crap. What's going on, Kylie? I'm no longer working with you anymore, so what could you want with me anymore? Stop trying to play dumb with me right now. What the hell is this about your dad being the CEO of this company's biggest customer, Company A? And David was taken away from this company by your dad's company after he offered him a better salary and benefits. Today was my first time ever hearing about all that crap. And what does it matter to you that my dad is the CEO of Company A? What? Considering that all you ever cared about was using your dad's position as the CEO to take control over the whole company so that they'd do your bidding, I never said anything about my dad. And when it comes to David being hired by my dad, is it really something that you should be concerned about right now? When you still have work you need to be doing at your dad's company? Huh? What the hell? I'm sure that you know nothing about this then, do you? The reason I'm still thinking about him is because he's in love with me, and I know it. It's only a matter of time before David leaves your older sister in the dust and comes running to me. Go ahead and tell your sister this right now for me, please. Sucks to suck having your fiancé stolen by me. I thought I already told you about how they would be handing in their marriage papers at the courthouse on their anniversary date. Well, that anniversary was yesterday. Huh? I was told last night that those two had gotten married and are now husband and wife. You're lying! With all of that being said now, if you continue to cause trouble for my sister and my brother-in-law, there will be some very harsh legal repercussions you'll be met with. Right now, taking your mind off of him would be your best interest. No way. How could a man leave a daughter of a CEO like that? You say that, but my older sister is also the daughter of a CEO. You have to be kidding me. Jesus, what the actual hell is going on now? Did I really do so much to you that it warrants all of this? I never ever did, right? Because of you, my mom went and handed in her divorce papers and left us. Okay, could you please stop it with all the goddamn calling? What the hell do you want this time? I was just told that from next year, all of the contracts your dad has with my company will be terminated. That means 80% of my dad's company profits will drop because of you. Why the hell are you guys able to do that to us? Could you please whine about all of that to someone who is actually related to the topic? You're the daughter of Company A's CEO, though. You do something about all of this right now. You tell your dad to cancel whatever the hell he's thinking of doing with those contracts right now. How about you go and tell that to someone involved with Company A then? And you are the daughter of Company A's CEO. And you think that just because I'm his daughter, I have any right saying things to him about how he runs his company and what he does with his contracts? Huh? You should be more than capable of doing that, right? In my case, I can tell my dad whatever I want and he'll listen to me. For example, I can ask him to lower the salary of those who I find to be too mouthy towards me. And I can ask my dad to raise the salary and promote the positions of those I like and want to make happy. And when it comes to those that I don't like at all, I can ask my dad to have them fired and removed from my site. All of those things have happened before, and I can make them happen again. Does that mean Company B? That's right, that was all my doing. When I went there to deal with the man at the front desk, he was so ugly it pissed me off. With a reason like that, you had him fired? You see, as the daughter of the CEO, you have every right to say what you want to your dad and have him listen to you. Well, what you've been doing is all highly illegal. What? I think that the CEO of Company A, my dad, made the right choice cutting you guys out of the picture. Wait, what? You're going to talk with him about continuing those contracts with us, right? I just told you about all the things I'd done before to make sure that the company went my way, and you can do the same with your dad now as well, all right? Let me give you a reason for why I'm going to say no to what you're asking me still, and make it easier for you to understand. The reason I went and left your dad's company wasn't to go and work for my dad. It was to go and help with my fiancé's family's company. What? I'm not sure why you'd have to be surprised by that, but I have nothing to do with my dad's company, which means that I'm not allowed to say anything to him about what he should be doing. And you've had a man of your own this whole time? Do you remember Ryan? He left the company 2 years ago after working in the sales department for several years. Ryan? That's the bastard that turned me down when I asked him out. I would never forget about his ass. His ass was fired because I told my dad to take care of someone who wouldn't go out with the daughter of the CEO. I also made sure that my dad would make it impossible for him to find another job as well, so he must be nothing more than a shut-in now, right? I'm glad to hear that he's your fiancé now. Wrong. He was never fired, as he had already planned to leave that company before that. Huh? He was taking over his family's cafe, and so for that reason, he planned on leaving the company. And as for me, I've chosen to do the exact same thing since when I marry him soon, we'll be working together at his cafe. What? So you and him have been going out for that long? Yes. After he had told me about his plan to leave the company 2 years ago, he asked me to go on a date with him, and I said okay. What the hell? Now, let's get back to the main topic here. If you're wanting to talk about the contracts being ended by Company A, please go and talk with someone who is connected to all of that conversation. Continuing to talk with me won't get you anywhere and will only make you look like more of a loser than you already are. And actually, you talking to a stranger about your dad's company's private matters like that is making you look even worse as an employee. No, wait, I never meant to do that. Therefore, we can be done here, right? What? I'm about to get on a plane now and head out to my sister's wedding overseas. They're having their wedding overseas? Hold on a second. Putting my phone into airplane mode right now. Goodbye. What the actual hell? Why are all the good men going to other women and not me? I was supposed to be with David and everything was supposed to go my way after he was made the new executive director and everything. You'd better hope that I never find out where you live someday, or else I'm going to make you pay for what you've taken from me.
After having confirmed that my company would no longer be doing business after the end of the year and that we'd be cutting back on any sales until then, Kylie's father's company started to go downhill. The company already had a soured image in the eyes of other customers, so after we had announced the plan to leave, a lot of other companies followed suit. Any of the employees there that could tell what outcome was coming for the company began to hand in their 2-week notices and started looking for new jobs. There've been plenty of employees from there that I've begun taking on as well, and a lot of them have told me a good amount of details about what was going on within the company walls during its final hours. Things like Kylie completely losing her mind and asking any man that was still working for her father to go out with her, and at one point even forcing a man to touch her breasts, saying that they should feel nice enough for him to become her husband. She would also ask that her father fire all of the women in the office to increase her chances of getting all the remaining men to go for her. But that ended up further hampering the company's abilities. Most of the men would leave the company as soon as that happened, and a lot of them have now come to work for me in departments ranging from sales to IT. In no time, there was not enough employees in that company to allow it to work properly, and before Kylie's father could do anything about it, the company was closing its doors. I hear that the CEO not only took on a lot of debt after his company went bankrupt, but that he'd also lost his wife and his family. He'll also have to face multiple court cases that have been made against him for wrongful dismissals and things like that at his company. But who knows if he'll even show up for any of them. I'm not really sure what his plans are going to be now, but from what other people have told me who are closer to him, his plan is to take whatever money he has left and go gamble it all away in the hopes that he can make it out big. As for my daughter Piper and her fiancé, they both got married about a month after my older daughter did, and she moved out of my house to go and live with her husband. I guess Piper really started to get all antsy after seeing her sister at that wedding and wanted to do the same thing as well. So both her and her husband had their wedding outside the U.S. in the Bahamas. They've both been working together to run his family's cafe ever since the both of his parents retired, and they're planning to open a second location when they have the time to. One day when Piper was helping close up her husband's cafe, she heard from one of her employees that there was a woman out behind the place going through their garbage, and it was Kylie. When Piper went out there to confront her, Kylie ran off screaming at the top of her lungs in what Piper could only describe to me as some really old and worn clothing, while looking 30 pounds lighter than she was the last time she'd seen her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Cassidy, you're all ready to go, right?
Yes, I am, Marco. Well, I guess you could say that I'm ready, at least.
What do you mean?
Hey, are you really wanting to live stream our wedding to everyone that'll be watching online? I wonder if it's too late for you to cancel all of that now.
What? What's going on with you? We've already come this far with all the preparations and now you're wanting to back out? I've already read through so many of the comments from everyone online saying they've been looking forward to this wedding for a long time now. We have a schedule to respect now, and that means we have to live stream this wedding to everyone. Too late to back out of that now.
Actually, when it comes to all your live streaming and such, you didn't really tell me about doing it during our wedding until after you told all of your viewers, right? Had you told me before doing that, then I would have for sure said no to it. And out of some of your viewers, Jackson will be coming and watching this wedding in person, right?
But you happen to know him better than a lot of the others, right?
But this will be the first time I have to see him.
What? Does that mean you actually haven't met with Jackson before and today will be your first time ever seeing him?
I only know about the things you've told me about him. And all of these viewers and friends of yours are all pretty much new to me because you never really even talked about your live streaming much.
Is that right? Then this'll become the perfect chance for you to get to know him, all right?
Huh?
Anyhow, having to cancel the live stream and everything at a time like this is impossible for me. I've advertised all of this to all my viewers on all my social media and everything already.
You advertised all of this? Is our wedding really going to become that big of a deal to all your viewers? And you never even asked me about this before.
They're all gonna be cheering and celebrating us with all their energy, so what's the problem? All right. Now that you're aware of all that, it's too late for you to complain anymore about it.
Too late for me to... Even though you were the one that put all of this together before telling me?
All right, I'll talk with you later, okay? So the vows and everything at the chapel are done with now, right?
Hey, you went and streamed everything that was happening there as well, right?
Well, of course I did.
And you're going to continue to do that for the party and everything, right?
If anything, the dance and the party and everything are the main part of this wedding.
A lot of my friends here don't actually want to be on camera or anything for your live stream, so I've told all of them to be careful and keep their face covered when you come around.
I see. So those are the types of friends you have then, huh?
I don't think it's only my friends who think that, though. I would like to talk with your friends holding the cameras and ask them to be more careful around the guests here today and to try and only focus on us so that they don't show people who don't want to be on camera.
Understood. I'll go and let Jackson know about that right now.
And to be honest, I don't really want to be on camera either.
Well, we can't do anything about that, though. Today is about you and me, and that means that you'll always be around me and have to be on camera. So stop being so selfish, please.
Huh? You're going to call what I'm asking right now selfish of me?
Hey, Jackson, right now y'all are taking a break from doing the live stream and put the camera down, right? Do you have a second to chat?
Hey, what's up, Marco? The next time we'll have the cameras rolling is when you're out partying and dancing and all that. What'd you want to talk about now?
My wife is continuing to complain about all of this.
Huh? What's she whining about this time, man?
She's told me that a lot of her guests don't really like to be on camera and all that, and that she wants us to refrain from shooting their faces.
I know the ones you're talking about. I already was trying to get them to come on camera, but they all started to put their masks on and walked away. It's not like they look good or anything, so they need to stop acting all embarrassed like that.
Well, it's not just those friends of hers, though, but a lot of the other guests don't really want to have their faces shown either. So, could you just keep the camera on us and make sure to take shots without other guests' heads in them?
Are you kidding me? That's such a pain in the ass, though.
Well, I don't want to be divorced over anything after today, so you'd better listen to me, because there's not another woman out there that would marry me.
Well, guess I'll have to then, huh? It's not like all the guests of the main part of today's live stream anyway, as we have the party next to the pool coming up really soon here, right? Marco, are you able to have a look at your phone right now?
Yeah, but I won't be able to text you for very long. What's up?
All right. Soon, here, I'm gonna make sure to follow Cassidy from pretty close behind her.
Oh, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm interviewing her and all that over by the side of the pool, so make sure you're over there for when it's time, and make sure that she doesn't notice a single thing is up when you come.
Roger that.
And that right there is what we call a perfect 10.
Absolutely right.
When I went up and kicked her in, I noticed that my other foot was caught on the bottom of her dress, but then I was able to lift that foot up in time, letting her dress slip, and she went head first into that pool, creating one of the biggest splashes I'd ever seen.
And considering that's a wedding dress, I bet that made for some really good shots with her going in like that, right?
Damn right. I'd say that was the best shot we've ever gotten on one of our live streams. I plan to put this live stream up onto YouTube later as a watchable video, and the title is gonna be "Watch What Happens When We Push a Bride into the Pool on Her Wedding Day." I'm looking forward to watching all of that for myself when you go and upload it. Now that we got all that out of the way, where is today's bride at? After all that madness was over with, I took a look at some of the video we'd recorded and at all the comments, and when I looked back up, everyone was gone. And where'd you run off to, Marco? You're the one I wanted to show all of these shots we got to the most, man.
Right. I was told to head to the changing room with my parents. I think that's where Cassidy's run off to hide from us at, so I'll call you over once I get there. We have to get back to the party and everything after all.
By the way, Marco, doesn't it sound like some police sirens or something are starting to get closer to here?
Oh, I just had to look out the window of this place, and there's an ambulance pulling into the parking lot now. Hey, Cassidy? Are you kidding me right now, calling an ambulance to the wedding like that? Now you're just making a big deal out of nothing at all by getting those EMTs involved with our wedding today. You must be one narrow-minded woman to be getting that upset over something like getting kicked into the pool on your wedding day. Jackson told me that he got the perfect shots of you going into that pool, and he's so happy now because of it. I don't want to waste all those moments now, so hurry up and get back out here. Oh, and it looks like we're not going to be able to use the venue we had anymore. So how about you just come and meet us all back here to start? Jackson wants to give you a little interview after what all happened, and from there we can all move to another location to have the rest of the party.
I can't go back.
Huh? You can't keep on acting like a frickin' baby, all right? We have to keep this wedding going, because I have a lot of people online who are watching this stream wanting to see us have fun. That's right. Make sure you smile when you're on camera. Everyone loves to see a pretty woman smiling. Now stop being so selfish, saying that you're not going to come back to our wedding.
I never said that I'm not going to go back there. I said that I can't go back there.
Huh?
I hit my head really hard on the bottom of that pool, and now I'm suffering from a really bad concussion and a huge laceration to my head. And I was kicked so hard in the side of the knee that I can't stand on it anymore. The EMT told me that I most likely tore something in my knee and that my tibia is broken as well. I'll most likely need surgery for all those things, and recovery can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. You and I are getting divorced.
What? Wait. Well, why are you even able to text me right now, then?
Because my mom, standing right next to me in the ambulance, is the one typing everything that's being sent to you. Currently, I'm in too much pain to be able to think straight, and with my concussion, there's no way I can look at my phone.
Wait, then that would be... So you're Cassidy's mother, and she's in a really bad state right now? Oh, God! Cassidy, please, hey, please just stop thinking about getting this divorce, all right? And I'll apologize to you for everything Jackson did that day when he got too carried away with that live stream.
I already handed in the divorce papers to the courthouse.
What?
And you're not apologizing for anything he did because you also have yourself to blame for that.
Ah! Why do you think I'm to blame for all of that?
Because there was someone watching that live stream you had put on that day, and they happened to be my friend. And what she told me is all she could see from what you guys were streaming is you and your buddy Jackson there working together to send me into that pool. Jackson also went and showed the viewers all of the comments you and him were making back and forth about doing that to me over text, so there's no way you're going to run away from that. I'm going to tell the police about this as well, claiming you both assaulted me. And that means you both will be paying me a settlement to cover all these medical costs and more.
Hold on a second, please. I never meant for any of that to happen to you.
don't give a damn if you meant for any of that to happen to me or not. The fact that you even had the nerve to do something like that to your wife on your wedding day in a pool that was only a foot deep is why I'm done with your ass.
No way, Cassidy!
This is all common sense as well, but you're going to be paying for the whole entire wedding, too.
What? Does that mean... How much does that mean I'll be paying in total?
All of those prices will be coming to you in the mail tomorrow, so you can have a look with your own eyes at the cost of pushing your own wife into a shallow pool on her wedding day, and learn the cost of being a complete and utter dickhead. Well, if I had to say how much I think you'll be paying, look forward to around $300,000.
Are you kidding me? No freaking way! Jackson, all because of you, I'm gonna be getting divorced from Cassidy now. And what makes matters worse is that she's asking for an extremely high amount of money from me in a settlement. Both of my parents told me that once all of this has been taken care of, they are both gonna be disowning me from their family. Why the hell did you do this to me?
Shut the hell up, you bitch! Right now is not the time for you to be whining about all of that petty crap!
Huh? Listen, you asshole, you just went and put my life into ruins and you're just gonna tell me to shut up? What the actual hell is wrong with you?
That live stream we did has become a very major problem for us.
What?
I knew something like that wouldn't be good to keep online, and so I deleted the YouTube video and the stream. But it seems like one of the viewers ended up screen recording the whole live stream and uploaded it on their account. I knew that it would be going all over social media, and in order to try and stop that, I went way too far with some things. And now things have only become worse for us.
Huh?
I know that a lot of people online know about where you live and where you work, yet nothing bad has happened to you yet?
Actually, I've been getting a lot of phone calls at the house with no caller IDs, as well as calls that leave very upset voicemails for me. And in my mailbox, I've received all kinds of strange mail and death threats. I was also told by my office that I'm no longer allowed to come in for the foreseeable future as they figure out what to do with me. I think they're gonna fire me soon.
So, you have known about all that's happened this past week or so. Well, I'm in the same boat as you, getting calls from strangers and mail telling me to off myself. I've also been contacted by Cassidy's lawyer telling me I'll be taken to court soon as well, and that a settlement would be asked for from me there. This amazing life of being a live streamer with you.
Why are you acting like you're a victim in all of this? You're the one who had the stupid-ass idea of doing what you did to my wife, and that's why we're both royally screwed now. And now we're both going to be tried as criminals soon, too.
God damn it, wasn't it you that agreed with the plan, though? So stop trying to act like this is all my fault and that you just got screwed by my actions alone.
Shut the hell up already, damn it! It's because of you that I'm being freaking divorced now! You take responsibility for that, you jackass!
Screw off! I'm not worried about your freaking marriage! I'm worried about what everyone online is going to think about us now after what happened to us. I don't give a crap about what happens between you and her now.
Excuse me? What the hell did you just say to me? You get over to my damn house right now and beg for me not to mess you up, or else I'll be over at your place tonight to make an example out of you.
After that back and forth between both Marco and Jackson, Jackson started another live stream and began to talk. I think he figured he could talk his way out of what all had happened in the last stream they'd done by pinning all of the blame on Marco and not anyone else. And, well, all he really did was make himself look like the dumbass of all dumbasses. Soon Marco broke into his place through the window and they both began to get into a scuffle on the floor of his living room, only to stop punching one another when they heard police sirens approaching. But before either one of them could run, the back door could be heard opening up, and 3 officers came into the room and told them to lay on the ground. Marco did just that, but Jackson made a break for it out the broken window, But before he could, he got tasered. And so did Marco, causing them both to freak out and one of them to topple over the camera. The camera then broke, and that was the end of their final live stream. They both would be taken to court where they would be charged with assault. Marco would be charged with breaking and entering, and Jackson would be charged with attempting to run from the police. As they went through their trials, their parents went ahead and paid all their settlements to me, and I could finally forget about them entirely. I'm so happy that I was able to end things with Marco when I could, and now I can just focus on my long recovery, and then use whatever money remains from the settlements to take some time to relax. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Yo, Sky.
Daniel, what's going on with you?
I have some news for you. I went and handed in our divorce paperwork to the courthouse, which means that you have 3 days to get out of my house.
What? Wait, what the hell?
I just said I went to the courthouse and handed in our divorce papers.
Wait, hold on a moment. Did you and I get into a fight or something that was worth you going out and getting us divorced like that? And hold on, I don't even remember signing any forms or anything for you and I to get divorced either.
Well, I've already gone and handed those papers in, and they told me they'd process them, so it's too late now.
Are you aware that doing something like that without my permission or my signature is not only going to be thrown out, but can be considered against the law? And if you went and forged my name and such, then you'll be in a whole lot of trouble for it.
Stop getting so worked up over all of the small stuff.
But something like that isn't even small stuff, Daniel.
Is it really worth getting that angry at me for, though? Anyway, I'm giving you 3 days now to get out of the house and on your way.
Wait a sec. I'm going to leave the house right now.
Yo? Why are you in such a rage over this?
Because you never even gave me a reason for why you wanted to get a divorce in the first place. Now, if you tell me why you did it, and depending on what your reason is, I might be a bit more open-minded about what selfish crap you just pulled there. If you're looking for a reason as to why he's leaving you now, I have the answer to that. You do? And who are you again? Huh? I mean, it seems that you and I have once exchanged numbers and everything because I have you in my contacts as Jasmine, but where did you and I meet again? I'm really sorry that I don't remember you or anything, so could you please tell me again? My name is Jasmine! I know that. I'm a longtime friend of Daniel's. Also, I happen to be his longtime crush that he was supposed to get married to before you got in the way of things. Oh, I totally remember you now. Now that you mention that, you were the one that started texting me right before my wedding with him and introduced yourself as that. And later you came up to me acting like a preteen on her period, talking to me like you needed to go back to class soon. What? And after all of that, you went on a rampage about how you were his longtime lover and started to throw some of our food at the staff and all. I remember you now. You were that buffoon. Honestly, what you did that day was so outlandish that you just barely have a spot in my brain that I can remember you from. What the hell is this all about? Well, I see now you're the reason he went and handed in divorce papers. That's right. You are nothing but a stranger to him now. Now that you've heard that from me, you get out of his house and go back to your parents' place or whatever the hell. That condo where you've been living with Daniel at is now going to be ours, and where we will start a family after we get married. Is that so? Hard for me to believe that, though, when you still seem to be going through puberty there. Huh? All right, I'll quit with the jokes now. Now, the thing is, I'm not going to just assume that you being around Daniel is the true reason for him leaving me, so allow for he and I to have another talk about things before I leave, all right? Wait, what the hell is wrong with you? You are such a toxic person.
I was finally able to get rid of her.
Daniel, what the hell was that all about?
I'm so sorry. She was a mistake on my end that I didn't take care of properly.
What happened with you? You were just saying before to me that you handed in our divorce papers and that you wanted me out of the place in 3 days. I thought that perhaps you were going through some serious trouble there, and that's why I kind of waited for you to get back to me like this. I just never thought that things would get as crazy as they have.
Right. I'm sorry for coming at you about all those things without any reason or rhyme, but thank you so much for actually believing what I said a little.
Well, it didn't sound like you truly meant it, but at the same time, I also kind of had to believe you. So what happened to you that was so bad?
Well, those divorce papers that I was writing up yesterday, I was afraid that if I just left them lying around, my mom or someone else might have come across them, and so I decided to take them with me, right?
That's right. You ended up putting them with your work gear before leaving the house this morning, right?
And about that bag I put them in, when I opened it up to grab a towel out of the inside to dry my hands with, I ran into another man walking the opposite direction, and a lot of the things inside it fell out, and it was crazy.
Really?
And the divorce papers also happened to be inside there, and as they fell out, consider it a stroke of bad luck for me, because as I scrambled to grab all my things off the ground, Jasmine was right there and picked those papers up off the ground.
What?
When she saw that both your name and mine were on the papers, she turned to me and said, "You're getting divorced now, huh?" And since the courthouse was right down the road from us, she must have thought that I was heading there with the papers then to hand them in. I told her to hand them back to me, but before I could, she took off sprinting with them and ran inside the courthouse and out of my sight.
With a situation like that, you trying to tell me that all of this had happened and that you needed my help would have taken a lot of time from you.
I really wanted to tell you at the moment it happened, but when I finally caught up to Jasmine to try and explain things to her about what was going on, she was already at the counter handing them in and told me to finish telling the lady that I wanted a divorce.
And you had to go through with it because it would have been just as hard to explain things to her as it would have been to me.
And so, after that all happened, she had been all over me and wouldn't let me leave her sight. She followed me onto the train, into a taxi, and towards the bus station. But I was able to jump onto a bus right as it closed its doors, and I was able to get away from her. And that's why I was just saying that I was able to get away from her.
Hey, is there a chance that you running into Jasmine wasn't a coincidence, but rather she was stalking you the whole time?
What?
Remember that before our wedding, she wouldn't stop following you around asking for an invite, and we were finally able to get rid of her by giving in? Knowing that she was completely fine stooping that low, it might not be that uncommon for her to be a straight-up stalker, right?
She might very well be one.
Then perhaps with the timing of everything else, you running into that man and having the contents inside of it scattered in front of her was a good thing. If you think about the divorce papers as a sort of bait that led your stalker into a perfect trap.
That's a great point. Now that she assumes she'll be getting married to me, she won't expect us to move out of the condo and away from her. I might have to take some drastic measures in order to get her to stay away from me as we move out, but I think I can manage something like saying I have a business trip or something for the next few days.
Well, I'll leave all of that up to you then. Good luck.
Sorry that a lot of this had to get you all worked up and that you had to get stuck talking to Jasmine. By the way, this bus that I hopped on is actually heading over to one of the other condos we were thinking really hard about buying.
All right, that's perfect, actually. I understand you getting to work on that. And actually, if it makes you feel any better, I already went ahead and bought it for us, which was meant to be a surprise for you.
Wait, are you serious?
Don't worry, the realtor will meet you there and give you the key and everything to it. I'll start making my way over there as well in the next 30 minutes or so. And don't worry about things like clothing and such, because I packed up as much as I could in the car today, and we'll bring it to you.
No way! Thank you so much for thinking ahead like that.
There are some papers that you might still have to fill out with the realtor, though.
You can leave all of that to me. I've already been gathering a lot of the documents we'd need for buying a condo, so I'll make sure to pull those out if needed.
All right, thank you, Daniel.
I'll see you there soon then, at our new condo. Please drive safe on your way over.
Thanks, Daniel. And good luck to you with any of the remaining paperwork and such. Starting today, I am going to be living in that condo with Daniel, and I've also made sure to fill out all of our marriage papers, so once he's back from his business trip, we can go and hand them into the courthouse. And after that, he and I will be married to one another forever. I wonder if tonight we'll be able to sleep together for the first time, or if it will be tomorrow night. Oh, Daniel, hurry up and come back home to me. Are you wanting to tell me that to Daniel for you or something? Huh? Oh, I didn't mean to send that last message to you. Oh, Daniel, hurry up and come back home to me. I just wanted to let you know that right now, as I'm texting you, I am on the way to your place with all of my things in tow so that I can move in.
What do you mean by move in?
I get it, all right? You're still on your business trip and everything. But I was able to get the key to the condo from your mother, so don't worry about being home to help me move in. I'll be just fine with the help of her.
I don't ever remember giving my mom that key, though. Does this mean she went out and made another duplicate again without telling me?
Well, this time she did it for my sake, so please forgive your mother for doing such a thing, all right? I'll make sure to start cooking you your very favorite turkey and mashed potatoes while I wait for you to come home, okay? Love you. What's going on here? I was just trying to figure out why this key wasn't working at all for me, and the next thing I know, I'm being told by the man living next door that you moved out of this condo with Sky? Wasn't it only supposed to be your ex moving out of this place? You haven't actually left this place and moved somewhere else, right? I mean, this condo was supposed to become the perfect place for you and I to start living together after getting married and beginning to have kids here, right? This was supposed to become the place where we made love to each other for the first time.
What the hell are you going on about right now? I moved out of there as well, just like my neighbor said. Both Sky and I moved out.
Huh?
And the reason you're not able to use that key my mom gave to you is because the landlord of that building probably already finished up with changing the locks out.
Daniel? What are you talking about right now, Daniel? How could you have moved out of here with your ex-wife you just divorced the other day? Are you doing okay right now?
Well, thinking about this without any context would make it seem like I'm a little bit crazy right now.
Right? If you don't understand how crazy you're sounding right now, then please come back home. And please make sure to get that Sky out of your head so that we don't have to talk about her.
The only reason for the divorce was so that Sky and I could cut ties to my mom.
What?
The reason we had to get a divorce in order to get away from my mom was so that she would get off my case about leaving her. And when we get married to one another again, I want to make sure that I take her name this time and no longer have to be associated with my mom.
You're cutting ties for real then? Wait, why would you do that? How can you cut ties to someone as wonderful as your mom?
You consider a mother who would purposefully feed her son what she thinks he's allergic to in order to put him in the ER a wonderful mom?
What?
I'm sure you heard about how a year ago I ended up in the hospital due to a very serious allergic reaction that almost killed me. That was my mom's doing. She always told me from a young age that the best way to deal with allergies was to take small doses in of what you were allergic to and your body would heal it. But over time, she would do it to punish me as well in much higher doses. And a year ago, I didn't listen to her about leaving Sky like she's been wanting me to, so she went and snuck more allergens into my food and caused me to suffer a very bad reaction. It was so bad that I passed out almost immediately. Thank God Sky had my EpiPen on her and made sure to rush me to the hospital that was only down the road from the condo. Had I been another 10 minutes late, the doctor said they wouldn't have been able to give me enough steroids in time to help me breathe again. After that, I went and confronted my mom in the most intense way that I could about it. But even then, she didn't listen to me and said it was my own fault for never healing myself through microdosing. From that point on, Sky and I were making plans to divorce as a way of getting my mom off my back and cutting ties to her before I remarried Sky again.
Is that right? Then allow me to come and help you with your allergies.
Huh?
I think your mom just sucked at treating your allergies and should have never used that as a way to punish you. She must have really wanted you to marry me next, and that's why she freaked out and gave you too much of whatever it is that you're allergic to. Maybe she wasn't careful enough with the dosing because she was so worked up. But I, on the other hand, am the very careful type and will make sure you don't have another reaction like that again. From now on, as your wife, I will make sure to treat all the allergies you have in a more loving way than your mom. I promise to make you that turkey and mashed potatoes you love so much with only the best ingredients so that you're not having any troubles breathing. All right? Now you don't have to worry about me and can come back home, right? This all worked out perfectly for us.
You're worse than my mom.
What?
The whole point of this was to cut ties to my mom forever, but it seems I'm gonna have to cut ties to you as well now.
No way, Daniel. I'm saying that I'll help you get over your allergies to turkey and potatoes and everything else. So can we get married now?
I have no idea what you're talking about there. You don't just fix allergies like that, you idiot.
What?
I only have so much life left in me after that last battle, so I need to defend it at all costs. Me cutting ties to the both of you will be the best choice I've ever made.
Daniel, no, don't do that.
And don't even start texting my wife about all of this. Well, it's not like you'll be getting in touch with her or anything, since she's already gone and blocked your number.
Wait, no, Daniel.
And now it's gonna be my turn to block you. Bye.
Wait a second, Daniel. Daniel! Daniel, I'm finished with work now. How are things going for you? Have you finished work yet?
In another 30 minutes or so, I should be able to meet with you.
Also, it doesn't seem that the desks will be open inside at this time, so we can leave all of our documents in the mailbox for the courthouse to take care of tomorrow.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and do that then, and there shouldn't be any problems.
All right, I'll be waiting in front of the courthouse for you then.
Sounds great. I'll be heading out of the office right now and on my way.
Right after that, both Jasmine and Daniel's mom started to get into fights over who had the better plan to fix Daniel's allergies, and those fights would go on for day after day. It was so unbelievable to everyone how stupid the two were that all of those in town started to warn others to stay away from them and never let them come around you. When it comes to Daniel's dad, he realized after having to take his son to the hospital so many times due to his wife that it was no use trying to help her stop doing all of those things, and he moved out of their place overnight and is working on divorcing her as well. As for Jasmine herself, Daniel went to her parents and told them both about what she had been doing to him. And without even questioning him any, they both went and grabbed their crazy daughter off the streets and sent her away to go and work for her uncle on the other side of the country. Sounds like their family is full of youth like her who have a lot of problems, and that all of them have been sent to her uncles to get those kinks worked out through punishing labor. And when it comes to Daniel and I, after we had moved away and into our new condo on the other side of the city, we made sure to get back to work, starting off by just working remotely so that we could avoid Jasmine. But after she was sent away to go and work for her uncle, and another month or so passed by, we finally went back to the courthouse together and handed in the paperwork to be remarried. We both made sure not to tell any of Daniel's family about this happening besides his dad, and said to him that it needed to stay a secret from everyone else, which he gladly promised would happen. Daniel also went and took my name in the marriage this time, and will no longer have to share a name with his mom that brings him nothing but anger and frustration. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Oh my, this isn't good at all. What am I going to do about this? What's happened now, Bev? I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. What am I supposed to do about this now? Bev? I really don't care to sit here listening to you trying to act out another one of your scenarios where you're concerned about something. Just tell me what's happened and let's move on with this. You're starting to annoy me again. Annoy you? Oh, Chloe, how dare you? Calling your own husband's mother annoying like that. Just tell me what's going on. I already know the kind of person you are, so trying to act all concerned about anything that has to do with me is no use. And I'm going to just assume that once again you've done something that will cause me the most trouble, like always. So get on with what you have to tell me. You really are so disappointing. And you think you have any right telling me that when you're the one trying to once again create some rough waters between yourself and your daughter-in-law? Well, so be it. I don't have time to mess around anymore myself, so here's the thing. I ended up losing your passport, so would you mind staying home while we all leave? Even Devin is saying that's our best plan. Is that right? I'm not sure how and why you had my passport in the first place, but what you're saying is that it's best I stay home? That's what I'm saying. Understood, Bev. Then I'll be heading home now. Devin, did you end up giving my passport to your mom?
What? Wait, I have no clue what happened there with your passport. And hold on, wasn't it you that took it with you?
Well, one might say that. I would have to, or else it would be impossible for me to board a plane to head out of the U.S., right?
Did something happen?
If you're not already aware, I just got a couple of texts from your mom. She told me that she ended up losing my passport somewhere and that I need to head home right now and stay there while you guys are gone.
What the heck? I can go have a word with her right now about what she's talking about if you'd like me to.
Please do. Where are you at right now?
I'm in the restroom. I was actually on my way here when you started to text me because I was wanting to have a word with you to see what was happening. And since I was with both of my parents, I didn't want them questioning what I was doing, so I said I had to do a number 2.
I see.
Anyway, we both weren't planning to spend a lot of time with them anyway, and I'm still ready with the plans you and I had.
Same with me. No problems here at the moment.
Roger that. Then I'll get ready to head back out to them.
Sounds good. And good work hiding in the restroom like that.
Take care of my little sister for me, please.
Will do. Safe travels out there.
Thank you, Chloe. And the same thing goes for you guys.
We're having so much fun out here in the Bahamas. I know that you weren't able to come along with us since your passport was lost and everything, but coming out here was the right choice for all of us. My husband and I, along with Devin, are having the best time ever here with nobody else involved. I just knew that the best way to enjoy a vacation was with my family and my family alone. You say that you wanted all of your family there and only your family, but doesn't it seem strange to you that your daughter isn't there? Huh? Rachel? Oh, like you, she doesn't have anything to do with being a part of my family. Even though she's Devin's little sister? And I'm saying my family does not allow for there to be any useless people like her in it. Jesus. Now, all the fun I was having is being wasted on this conversation. If you feel like you're not having a good time now, then you shouldn't have started texting me in the first place. I just wanted to show you how much fun we were having. Ah, well, I don't care about how you all are doing there. I can see that you all are having a great time there, but I don't want to sit around all day talking with you about it, so goodbye for now. Hold it right there! This is what I mean by you not being cute at all. You really have nothing else in that head of yours besides hate.
I should have known that would happen.
Hmm?
I knew your skills of being able to dodge my mom like that were going to come into play, and you did a great job of ruining her fun.
So you did see that unfold.
Well, it's just that my mom had me there alongside her thinking that I'm her ally in all of this and wanted to show me how much of a bully she could be. And then when you said those things to her towards the end of that conversation, she turned to me, whining about it all.
Sorry for causing you any trouble there.
Oh, that's right. This has to do with what my mom was saying about having lost your passport and all. I think she assumed that you'd actually be coming out to join us all on this vacation and wouldn't be heading somewhere else completely different.
Ah. So she must have thought that when I said I'd be going on vacation as well, that it meant I would be with all of you guys, and that's why she went out of her way to lose my passport?
Well, when I had a moment, I noticed something that looked like a passport hanging out of her bag and went to take a look while she was away from it. And that passport just so happens to be yours, which means that she didn't lose it at all.
Is that right?
I think the one she lost on purpose had to be the small notebook you had that happened to look like a real passport.
Wait, so she purposefully lost that and not my actual passport? The notebook that I had gotten a while ago at that small gift shop?
That's right, that notebook.
She didn't realize that it was just a simple notebook when she'd picked it up?
She's gotten to that point in her life where age is really starting to affect her eyes, but due to her pride and all, she still won't go out to get any glasses. The fact that she actually thought a notebook like that was the same thing as a real passport does lead me to question some other things about her than just her eyesight, though. She brought that notebook with her all the way to the Bahamas thinking she'd gotten you good.
So she was doing all of that just to hurt me. I'm so sorry for your loss, Devin.
Huh?
Anyway, thank you for taking a look at what was in her bag. Since it didn't happen to be my passport, I'm feeling a whole lot better now.
No worries. How is Rachel doing with you?
She's doing just fine. She just moved into her new place a few days ago, but having her own place now at the age of 19 has really gotten her all excited. She looks to be having a really fun time there. And later, once you arrive back here, you're going to help her set up her first smartphone and everything, right? She told me that she's so excited about that, and she can't even sleep anymore.
I see. I'm so happy to hear that she's getting that excited over everything. The fact that she had to go through 19 years of pain and suffering in my family, all because I was the older brother and was the only child loved by my parents. I'm so happy.
Tomorrow the both of us will be going into town to shop at that massive shopping mall for some new things for her place.
Can you go ahead and tell her that I'll pay for everything later so she is allowed to buy whatever she wants from wherever she wants?
Sure thing. I'll let her know that.
Well, that's all I really had to tell you about today. I'm going to start getting myself ready to leave this country tomorrow and come back home to you.
Sounds good. Just a little bit more and this will all be over with. Good luck, Devin.
Thank you.
Devin, your father and I already told you about the plane we'd be heading home on and how it would be just fine with you to ride home with us as well. So are you really sure that you want to take a different flight from us still?
I'm sorry, but you both should head home before me on that originally planned flight. There's some trouble going on at work right now, and I don't want to be on a 4-hour plane ride worrying about it all, since there'll be no way for me to take calls on the plane. I'll stay here for the day, and once I've gotten everything sorted out, I'll take the evening flight home. That's really the only choice I have at the moment anyway. Luckily, you have Dad with you still, who's flown all the time, so you won't need me on that flight home with you, right?
Well, I guess I do have him with me.
Anywho, I have to start making some calls now, so I'll have to go, Mom. I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna need this thing while I was here, but I made the right choice bringing my laptop and all along with me.
Having to always change your plans from the rest of us like that during this whole trip. I feel so bad for you, Devin. I just can't believe it.
Chloe, thank you so much for waiting. Both my mom and dad have left the country and should have arrived back home by now. And pretty soon here, the plane to New York City will be taking off, and I'll be on my way there to meet you.
Oh, so things have all gone as planned? Great work making all of that happen over there, Devin.
Thank you. It's going to be about a 5-hour trip for me now, and I won't have any Wi-Fi on this flight, surprisingly. So in a bit here, I'm going to throw my phone into airplane mode and then take a nap.
Sounds good. I know for a fact that while you're on that plane, your mom is going to be texting me about you not being home yet or something along those lines. Just leave her and her BS to me.
I feel bad for leaving you with her, but please, finish what we started.
Chloe, where did Devin go? You hurry up and reply to me right now. You tell me where Devin is right now.
Jesus Christ. It took you that long before thinking of getting in touch with me again?
Huh?
You and your husband got back home from that trip around 4 hours after taking off yesterday afternoon, which would mean that you guys had gotten home around 6 or 7 and have been home ever since last night, right? I kind of assumed that you would be trying to call and text me in the middle of the night, realizing something was up. But I never got anything from you and was able to head to sleep myself.
By the time we both made it back home last night, we were exhausted and went right to bed, only waking up just now. I realized that I didn't have my phone on all night and just turned it on as I went to the bathroom.
Which would mean you only just received all those texts about how Devin was cutting ties to the both of you, which you should have been getting last night, right?
And you know where that boy is right now, don't you?
Yes, I know exactly where he's at.
Then you tell me where right now.
He's at a hotel near the airport.
What? So he's still not back to his place here in Ohio, right? Then if I made a trip out to the international airport, I'd be able to find him?
Well, he didn't head back to Ohio, so don't expect for him to be anywhere around that airport.
Huh? He's not coming back to Ohio? What the hell do you mean by that?
Devin and I have decided to move overseas, you see.
You're moving overseas?
Because we both work for the same company and same department in said company, we've told you before about how the company is expanding and needs people to move overseas, right? And this time it's us who will be moving away for work to the new office. We were both asked by management to do so, and we both couldn't just say no to them.
I never heard anything about that, though.
Well, we never told you that part.
Why the hell not? Moving out of the country to live and work someplace else isn't something you guys should be keeping from your parents.
Considering he told you he was cutting ties to the both of you, are you not aware of the reason for why he never said anything about that yet?
I have no idea why. After all that time I put into the boy, making him into an elite, there's no way he would move against us and say that he's willing to cut ties and move away. I'm sure that all of this was your idea and that you've been forcing him to do this. You give us back our Devin right now.
My, oh my. If you haven't even picked up on why this has all happened, then there is no way you've noticed the other 2 things that have changed.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What have you noticed about Rachel?
What? Now that you mention her, ever since we arrived back home, we haven't seen her anywhere. I just had a look in her room and all of her things are gone and there's nothing left of her.
You're talking about the 3 cases of things she had in that tiny closet she'd been living in? I can't believe that she survived 19 years living in that home with you and never once ran away from you guys.
She should be happy that someone as useless as her was even allowed to have 3 things worth of stuff in this house.
I had always wanted to ask about this, but what about Rachel makes you call her a useless person like that so often?
Because she's so clumsy at everything she does, and when it comes to her grades in school.
The high school Rachel went to happened to be the top performing school in the state, right?
Huh?
And in that school, she graduated as the valedictorian.
Huh?
Her strong points were things like linguistics and social sciences, which allowed for her to excel in pretty much every class when it came to things like speeches and group projects. She was also able to get the highest score on the SAT out of the whole entire school, as well as with the ACT. She was considered the best student that school had ever seen, and one of the brightest people for her age in the country.
Huh?
I'm not sure when or where you were looking at that girl, but from what I know about Rachel, she is too intelligent to fail like you and your husband wanted. So after talking with Devin and her about her future, we all decided that she'd be coming with the 2 of us to go and live overseas.
Are you kidding me? So you guys are already...
We've gone and met with Devin at the airport just now, and we'll be leaving the country soon. Rachel's told us that when we arrive into our new country of residence, she's going to get to work making it into their top university.
What the hell is going on? How could you?
I can see you're already in a lot of shock, but it's too soon for that yet.
What else is there?
Well, there's still one more thing before we're done with you.
And what the hell could that be?
Your husband.
What? of my husband's things are gone as well. I'm not too sure how he went about doing a lot of that, but for some time now, he's been talking with Devin about how he'd be moving a lot of his things out, little by little. Where did my husband go?
As far as I'm aware, he's not at home with you anymore.
Well, you have to know more than the obvious about him.
If you want to know everything that I'm aware of, it seems that he's gone and left the company he'd been working at. An early retirement, perhaps?
He retired?
He'd been trying to warn you for years now to cut it out with treating your children so differently from one another, and said that he could no longer put up with your constant babying of Devin while treating Rachel like trash. So he'd been aiming for the perfect time to divorce you.
Divorce me?
I was pretty shocked, too, to learn a lot of this from Devin after he'd been talking with his dad about everything. But it turns out that around the time Devin entered middle school, your husband noticed that you weren't paying any attention to Rachel and started to ask why. And the only answers you'd give were that Devin was the first child and needed to be treated as such by being spoiled and supported with all your energy.
But
I guess he continued to try and talk you out of doing that to Rachel ever since then, but every single time he would, you'd grow more and more upset, taking it all out on Rachel.
He never said anything to me about it like he was wanting me to stop, though.
That's not how he made it seem to us, and he's even shown Devin some of the conversations you guys had years ago, proving that you never cared about his views on this either. Anyway, he told us that a lawyer would be getting in touch with you really soon about that, and that they would be the only way for you to communicate with him anymore.
He is a lawyer now, too?
Now, that's all I really have that I can say to you, so with that,
Chloe!
Goodbye forever.
Chloe!
When it comes to Devin's dad and what he did to run away from his wife, he took all the things he could in his car and went to stay in an Airbnb somewhere outside the state. A few days later, he was able to get the divorce from Bev and is now moving out to be with some friends of his and help them with some work for a little extra cash. The story of all of this was soon heard throughout the neighborhood, and this led to everyone referring to Bev as a family of one, and they all began to stop supporting her as well. The house happened to be her family's, so in the end, she never had to leave it or anything with the divorce. But for someone who wanted to just stay inside for the rest of her life, never to face the world of embarrassment she'd created again, she had no choice but to go out and find a job. She's now working at a grocery store on the other side of the neighborhood, where she gets to overhear all the drama in town. Particularly what everyone still has to say about her, and how they expected something like this to happen to her over time. She started to think about quitting her job, since the pain of having to go out in front of everyone is too much, and since she's gotten her half of her ex-husband's money, she's begun staying home more and more often, spending it all without limits, hoping she'll one day be fired and not have to go out again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.